I want to debunk a lot of myths that I think that, exist out there that I think that it's like, you know what, guys, this episode is a reality check on what doesn't warrant a promotion and what actually does. You're listening to the Angry Designer Podcast, where we help frustrated graphic designers crush all the industry BS and learn what it takes to charge what you're worth and build badass, rewarding careers. This episode's all about job promotions, where you're going to learn about the common myths that need to be addressed on what people think deserves a job promotion, what actually deserves a job promotion from an employer's standpoint, and 6 power moves to take your career to the next level, no matter where you are. So grab yourself a drink and sit back, or maybe keep your eyes on the path ahead of you so you don't trip yourself up in your morning walk, or better yet, get to work and get that promotion. Enjoy.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers, my friend.
We don't need to discuss whiskey because we're working on the same bottle for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, right. That's very true. We're still working on good old Wayne Gretzky.
I like it better today, which is good. I think maybe drinking on Monday is
you didn't really
not
care
a
for it
good
too much.
idea. Yeah.
See, it's funny, and I don't like it as much today.
Oh,
I find it a little kind of oaky is a little funny.
It's
today.
it's very woody.
It is. It's really
so.
woody.
I mean, it's pleasant. I don't mind it, but I don't think I would ever buy that.
Well, I don't think I would ask for anything like this, but it was good to try.
And
now I could genuinely say I can have a conversation if somebody asks me about it, because that's some strong oak, and I like oak undertone.
Yeah,
but not as much as the sherry cask undertones that we've had, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, needless to say, we're almost done the week. We've got one more day left.
Yes,
right.
TGIF.
Almost, right? But it's been a good week.
It has. It has been a great week.
It's been a busy as hell week. And
crazy.
We've taken on so much new work from one of our customers. And it's like, if we wouldn't have had the new hires that we did, right? And again, sometimes you get really bad and sometimes you get really good, right? The 2 recent hires we've had, now we've talked about this, one from 3 months ago and now one she's pushing 5 weeks.
Yeah.
They rock. They are killing it.
Yes.
And I have no complaints. This team of ours is the best. There's nothing that we can't do.
Yeah.
The team's pulling together. Everybody's just working together. I like kind of sit in my office and just look out and I'm just like smiling. This is great.
It works.
Who knew?
Yeah. But it's such a crapshoot, and we've talked about this. I talk about this with my wife all the time because she's always hiring new people. And it's like, it's such a crapshoot. You never know what you're going to get. And we've been burned by this already, right? So it's nice to have 2 back-to-back wins.
Well, and the parts that I think are so, and again, this is always a big topic for everybody, right? Like everybody's always want to know, well, how do I succeed in companies? And, how do you do this? And I'm like, okay, all of our employees are rock stars, but just looking at what these 2 have been doing in the past, 3 months, right? They're taking on any opportunity that comes their way. They're like, I'll take that. I'll do this. Like, in theory, one has already been promoted because it's like he, right from the start, he showed what he was capable of doing. He took on more work. He's like, I can do that. Give that to me. Took on a client, took on a big project. Dude, the guy hasn't even finished his 90-day probation.
Oh, he hasn't?
Right? Actually, officially, he has this week.
Oh, this week.
This week. And it's just like the dude's already, like proven himself worthy of being promoted.
Yeah.
Right. And then the new hire that we had, who's, she's just 5 weeks into this, I think, she's showing that she's a trooper. She's happily taking on anything I give her.
Yeah.
And not just me, anybody else.
Yeah.
She's just like, give it to me. I'll do it. And even if it's not perfect, because she is the youngest one here, she's showing the grit, the determination. She's like, I'm here to learn. Give it to me.
Yeah.
And even when I critique her, I'm like, sorry if that was hard on you. And she's like, no, she goes, this is what I love. This is what I'm here for. So it's just
That's
like,
awesome.
wow. So that's where it's like, I thought, you know what, we need to talk about this. We need to talk, about how to get promoted internally within your company, right? So this isn't promoting yourself out to the world. This is how you got a job. You're working at an agency. You're working at a in-house design shop.
You already got the gig.
You already got the gig. You know what I mean? What do you do from this point forward? Right. To get, and I think this is a valid topic because there is so much, there's so many misconceptions out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I have found is there is a lot of fucking entitlement out there, right? And it's like they feel entitled, and by for whatever means they feel like they deserve a promotion, but they haven't earned the promotion.
Right.
And there is a huge difference between entitlement versus earned promotions. Yeah. So I think there obviously is a huge difference to this. Like I don't think a lot of I don't know, the expectations out there on people I think are a little unrealistic.
Yeah.
So when you find people like what we have there who realize that, just by being here, they're not, they don't deserve a promotion, right? Or just because they graduated school, they don't deserve to walk into 3 times the rate of somebody who's been, you know what I mean? Like this is the real world.
Yeah.
You've got to earn your keep.
Yes.
Especially in our space.
Yes. Not everybody can just start out being a YouTube influencer. Do you know what I mean? Right. Even they have to work their
asses off.
Right.
Like,
so
this
is the same thing with us. We start at the bottom and you work your way up. And if you do a great job, you rise to the level that you're capable of.
But everybody that we talk to who has been successful, or our YouTuber friends who are very successful, or our Instagram friends,
I wasn't dissing anybody.
They slugged it hard.
This is true. Like, just have to listen to our podcast with CJ and listen to the shit that kid had to go through to get to where he is.
Right.
Earned
100%.
Totes.
Right.
Yes.
And so I think the first thing that I want to do is I want to debunk a lot of myths that I think that, exist out there that I think that it's like, you know what, guys, like this is like a reality fucking check episode. This really is. This episode is a reality check on what doesn't warrant a promotion and what actually does. Okay. So if you really want to get promoted, you want to work this, there's no bullshit here, right? We're gonna just lay it out of what has happened here, what has wowed us with these people that we have, and then even more so, like and then what really, if you want to get a promotion, what you actually look forward to do it, right? Exactly. And that's what we're gonna be talking about. But like, first off, these myths, okay, common myths to debunk, right? Like one big one all the time is longevity equals promotion. Okay. And so the myth is like, hey, I've been here for a long time. I've been in this role. I've been doing production now in the same role for 8 years. And 8 years ago I was slinging this stuff and I'm still doing it. So I deserve a promotion. Yeah. And I mean, I would appreciate the commitment, to the position. But, the reality is, just because you've been there for a long time, that doesn't mean that you are deserving of a promotion because you haven't shown that you've been able to do anything other than, commit yourself to a role.
Yes.
And that one sounds harsh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because, there's people out there that they've got the role and they coast through it.
They coast. Exactly, right? And I mean, that doesn't necessarily warrant the fact that commends, being committed, being loyal, right?
That's
and
fine.
While it is commendable, and I think people would appreciate it, and you will get your 2, 3, 4% raises, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are deserving of a promotion.
Exactly.
That's a sad reality check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's standard. That's normal. Don't most people know that?
Yeah, but maybe sadly not,
yeah,
right? Absolutely. Sadly not.
That's very sad.
Another myth, okay, to debunk, okay? Doing my job well is enough. I come in, I do my job. That's what I got hired for. I deserve a promotion.
Right.
That's kind of that whole mentality, but the reality is doing your job, and guess what? Doing your job well is expected.
Yes.
That's why we fucking hired you. So, if you think that you're doing, your employer a favor by doing your job, fuck, dude, you know what? Shake your head. I used to have somebody I had an employee once, and we're talking like 15 years ago. And he was so bent out of shape and thought I was the worst boss because I wouldn't tell him he was doing a good job. And I'm like, well, what do you mean I was like, what? You're doing your job? He's like, well, yeah, but it'd be nice to hear it. And I'm like, but you're doing your job. Like, I appreciate it. I hired you to do this. You're doing it. You're not going above and beyond. That's like wowing me. Yeah. You are fucking doing your job.
Yes. Yeah.
So, if you want to hear good job, do something out of the ordinary.
Do something bigger. Yes, exactly.
And I think that's like, it's a reality, right? Like, guys, if you are looking for, a promotion, you need to go above and beyond what's expected, right? You need to, like, sadly, you need to show that you've got value. You can put something back into the company and demonstrate leadership skills or show some problem solving skills. Don't just expect that doing your job is going to warrant that.
Yeah. How long did that guy last?
Oh God, he was not at all. Not at all. There is such a long story with that guy. It was just,
it's a different podcast.
We even tried once bringing him here as a contractor, like 10 years later, and he brought us a customer, and he was still the same guy.
He's still the same.
It was just like, oh God, come on, dude! Like, shake your head.
I'm amazed at people who shoot themselves in the foot like that. You know what I mean? Like, good Lord, that's such an ego thing too. Like, you do your basic bare minimum and still expect praise for it. Like, come on, fuck dude. You.
All right, number 3, right? Another myth. Being liked by everyone.
Hey.
Ooh, now that's tough, right? Like, hey, I'm liked by my colleagues. Everybody likes it, so I deserve a promotion, right? And it's like, that's actually not necessarily warranting, right? While being a team player is extremely important, okay, and it'll make you likable, it'll make people appreciate what you do on a daily basis, that doesn't warrant a promotion because it doesn't show that it does anything, like it's not a popularity contest. Yes. Like, it really isn't. Yeah. And so people need to shake their head and realize that being liked doesn't mean that you are next in line for a promotion. Okay. Waiting patiently for recognition. Okay. Hey, I'm like, or no, wait. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah. And, sooner or later, my efforts will be recognized. Right. And it's like, I hate to say it, but I mean, being passive, waiting for a promotion generally means that those promotions are going to pass you.
Are going to go right over you.
And that's the sad part, right? Like, I mean, if you are doing your best and you are trying to go above and beyond, but if you're not putting it out there, guess what? Like, I mean, that's not enough. Yeah. Okay. When other people are going out of their way and working towards a promotion. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely doing the bare minimum of extra work does not warrant a fucking promotion.
Oh, I see.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying here?
Like, so you put your hand up for a teeny tiny job that's easy peasy to do?
Yep, that's easy peasy, right?
Look at me.
Or it's like, hey, it's like 1 month to go before my review. I'm going to start staying an extra 10, 15 minutes late every night for that. Guess what, guys? Yeah. We pay attention. I tell employees always, I'm like, you know what? I may not say anything, but I see everything. And when I know, hey, come September, it's your anniversary, and, August 15th, you're staying an extra 10, 15 minutes every night. Yeah, that's just kind of doing the bare minimum. Yeah. And that again is not, we know, okay, you can't fool us on this one. Yeah. Jeez, right? It's like, it's a good start, but show me that this isn't just short term.
But yes, this should not be something just be at the time where your raise might
happen.
Be there. Yeah. This should be an all the time kind of thing. Don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah. And it happens. Yeah. And it's happened here.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right. Another one, right? If you expect a promotion for past work that you've done, right? Hey, I did some great work last year, dude. I was on fire last year. Okay. I know this year I've kind of had a slow year, but last year I was good. So now that there's a promotion coming up, I deserve that. Yeah. You know what? Promotions are based on ongoing performance. Right. Okay. This is something that has to happen on a continual basis. Yes. It's not something that's fleeting and when it's convenient or a project that you can excel at. Yeah. And you're like holding on to that one awesome gig that you did remember that one time last year when I put in that extra, 2 hours and I got the job done?
Yeah.
Dude,
remember?
Come on. Yeah. Remember?
What's that old song? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, right? That's the sad part. Okay.
Wow.
Assuming that, seniority automatically warrants promotion.
Oh, this is my category? Is this what, you're talking to me here?
This is just a nice way to say, Sharon, you ain't getting promoted.
Yeah. You're like the furniture in here, man.
Well, good note, we run pretty flat, so I don't have to worry about that. But I mean, the reality is, just because you've been there the longest, you've been there longer than other people, it doesn't automatically. In one way, it means, hey, you've had the most opportunities.
Yes.
To work for a promotion.
Yeah.
But if you keep getting overlooked for anything that goes above and beyond, you know what? Seniority isn't automatically going to get you there.
This is true.
Absolutely won't, right?
Yep.
Again, remember, you need to constantly, demonstrate leadership skills. If you've been there the longest, then own that. You need to show, demonstrate, work habits, innovation, problem solving, right? You want to make sure that you've got this high level of performance track record, not just you've sat your ass in a chair for longer than everybody else has.
Some sort of legacy character. Yeah.
And I think last, but I think almost most importantly, believing that higher education alone justifies a promotion.
I've got my MBA. I should have. I got to pay for the fucking thing. So
you know what? I have a problem with this one because although we don't believe this, right? Me,
you in school, really?
Thing is, a lot of companies ask for a certain level of education.
This is true,
which is horrible, and they assume that level of education is going to warrant that person that they're hiring is actually going to give them the return that they have put in the mind. They put it out there that if they've got a degree, they must be good. Let's face it, you could just drink your way through fucking college and university and probably still graduate at some point.
With a solid C.
And a lot of exactly. It can be a solid C student. Doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And so that's the reality is, education definitely can help some people.
Yes.
It could potentially open some doors.
Right.
But don't assume that just because you graduated with honors out of a graphic design program that you can walk into a job and automatically skip being a junior.
Yes.
Junior artist and graphic artist and then move up to being a senior or an art director. Because, that's not how this space works. This is all based on experience.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So education alone will not justify.
Very good.
Right?
That's absolutely true. Yeah, there's a lot of book smart people, but I know a lot of people who never went to college and have done very, very well. Do you know what I mean? So, that to me says you don't necessarily need a scholastic degree or anything like that to be great at what you do.
Absolutely.
Especially in this space.
Yeah. Oh, our space is all about performance. It's all about that, right?
Exactly.
I think people are fooling themselves if they actually don't think that they, and it's too bad that there's this kind of, this lives out there, right?
Yeah.
This whole idea or this, but again, this goes back to the sense of entitlement.
That's
that
there you go.
Are owed a promotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of the letters at the end of my name.
Because of that, because of age, because of, you're liked. Again, people don't realize that, you could do, I get your side of of the world, where you're working and you're contributing to the company. But from the company's standpoint, right? We need people that will that thinks of the company first.
Yes.
Right. And I don't mean like above your kids and above your dog.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're here to do a job.
Right.
You can either A, come in, do a job and leave, or B, you can come in and do a job with the mindset that is, hey, I'm going to, improve the company that I'm with right now. I'm going to, add to this. I'm going to contribute to the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Right? And it's not just about lining the boss's pockets.
Nope.
I've had people who are all about, and they were like, oh, well, I'm not going to put in extra hours so you can become rich. And I'm like, dude, I'm the fucking guy who forgoes a paycheck for months when times were tough. Yes. And you're worried about driving a Ferrari or something. Mind you, I don't mind having one.
Yeah.
But but the reality is it's like this isn't always a selfish thing.
No.
We're all in this together. Chances are most of the bosses, most of the people that are above you, that are reviewing you or watching you for performance to see what you're paying back isn't to line their pockets, but it is to help the greater good for everybody.
Exactly. It's
right?
it's for yourself, but it's for the team. It's for the brand that you're involved with. Yeah.
Exactly.
This has been always our goal. We have always wanted to make this the best fucking shop around.
And it is. And a lot of this is the experience.
Yes.
Right? If people wouldn't have put in a little bit more effort, a little
extra,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
into the ordinary, then, guess what? We probably wouldn't have been able to afford always having Friday lunches.
Yeah.
Having whiskey, having, fun times out, or having trips to Fan Expo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Needless to say, everybody benefits from putting in that extra effort, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's say people don't know what it takes, okay, to put in this effort. Let's say, you're at this point where it's just like, I don't get it. I come in, I do what I'm told.
I'm doing everything I think I know.
What is it that people like you,
Yeah.
dick ass bosses like Massimo from Z Factor, easy.
What does he look for?
What do they look for? And really, and again, this isn't just about me. I think I'm a little bit of a realist. I think I'm gonna share what I think. I know what I'm looking for.
What you're looking for.
But what for sure would benefit everybody who's in my position, who's
Absolutely,
hiring. Okay, so what I'm gonna share is 6 power moves. Okay, 6 power moves to elevate your career, right? But ultimately, these are just 6 separate ways, to help you get that promotion, help you get noticed, right? These are things that are kind of going above and beyond being there for 10 years, or coming in and coming out and doing your job on a daily basis well. Okay,
Yeah.
like number 1.
Yeah.
Okay, own your space and be the fucking expert.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the focus here is to establish your own expertise within a company. Okay. So your objective is to become the go-to person in some sort of niche skill, 1 or 2 things. Okay.
Yeah.
And become absolutely indispensable for that skill.
Yes.
I tell this to every single person that, works for us. I'm like, look, do you want job security, right? You want to benefit me and benefit yourself and the whole team. Own something.
Yep.
Do something that makes you irreplaceable within the company.
Exactly.
For example, we have we hired somebody and she's a PM, and she's pretty good as a PM, right? And she's a great person to have, but it's a PM role. So if all of a sudden 2 PM roles could be merged into one, somebody's job, it could be on the chopping block. Okay. So and again, I'm not foreshadowing anything, but what I told her is I'm like, hey, you know what? Customers are asking for e-newsletters.
Yeah.
Okay. Own e-newsletters. Nobody internally here owns what an e-newsletter looks like. Nobody builds them.
Yep.
Nobody understands all the different softwares, right? But customers are asking for these things on a regular basis.
Right.
So it's something that when the time comes, nobody's prepared. We kind of fumble through it. We deliver it and we're gone.
Yeah.
Instead, own that one task.
Yes.
Okay. Make it your task. Become the expert in it, where you can go around and teach other people and inform other people and be like, hey, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't we try using an e-newsletter? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And just get that to the point where all of a sudden people like me can be like, I can sell this to customers now. Instead of just selling it to my existing customers, we can open it up to a bigger pool of people, right?
It's another tool in the toolbox.
It's exactly it, right? Like what this does is, it makes this person, invaluable or indispensable. And that is huge for a company. So I don't care what that skill is.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's like, you own some sort of function in the business itself, maybe even not design related, or, you be the copywriting queen or king, within like this, or understand the ad space, or fucking e-newsletters. Fuck, you know what? PowerPoints. In all fairness, Sean, like you own PowerPoints.
Yep.
And as long as PowerPoints are as big of a place as they do in this company, you're not going anywhere.
This is true. Yeah.
You're not going anywhere anyway. But you know what I mean, right?
No, it's true. But it was the exact same scenario. And I probably told this before, but it's like we had a designer here who was like, fuck that. I'm not doing PowerPoints. I was here, I was in, and I was like, thank God. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever. I'll get your drinks.
Well,
I'll rub your tushy, whatever.
And he did.
And I did. That's right. But still, it was exactly, there was spot open.
Yes.
That needed somebody to be a champion.
And granted, it even though it sounds luxurious, it's not. But I mean, it's taken you to Vegas. It has a couple times, all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Right. Long nights and weekends, but still
very hard work. Yes, but it has.
But the idea is that it's done that. You've been the go-to person, and everybody now comes to you for that role.
That's right.
And so again, own something, okay?
And
in
I've
that
even
space.
grown to like it.
I know, which is
Which
crazy.
is the more twisted part.
And the funny part is now, even though other people here at the office can do it,
Yeah.
and do,
They'd be like, Sean will do that.
well, yeah, because you're the go-to guy.
I know. And I'd be like,
And
okay.
they come to you for advice, and you're teaching. So again, there's huge value
Yes.
in being the expert in something.
Right. And
Yeah.
that makes us stronger as an agency,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Which is good because like you said,
Valuable skill.
there's a spot here that's kind of we're falling down. There's a revenue potential here.
Yep.
Let's fill that hole.
Exactly.
And this is perfect.
Exactly,
This
right?
is that's the kind of employee you want that would
Exactly.
say, yes, I'm
Yeah,
all in.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, okay, show results, not just efforts. Okay. So the focus here is to demonstrate not just what you do, but the impact of what it is that you're doing. Okay. So with an objective here that highlights measurable outcomes and tangible achievements, okay, that actually show your result. Okay. We're in a smart world right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And, hard work is one thing, but if you can focus on high impact tasks that benefit the company or the agency, and, and you can actually qualify them. Okay. And show the results of what you're doing, dude, like that's huge for the company.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this isn't about working harder. This is about working smarter, right?
Yes.
So again, if you can do things that all of a sudden show me that you helping improving turnaround, you're helping improving customers' conversions, or better yet, you've thought up of something and have owned it that have made customers happier, dude, that's huge because now that brings so much more bigger value to the company.
Yeah.
Which makes you a star for that position.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, show results, not just efforts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Nice.
Okay. Ditch the whole humble pie bullshit.
Oh.
Okay. This is about bragging, but bragging smartly.
Oh.
Okay. So again, the idea here, the focus, of course, here, 100%, it's selfish. It's self-promotion and visibility within a company. Okay. Yeah. What you want is people to understand and see and recognize your achievements and what you have accomplished, and make sure that they're recognized. Okay. But you don't want to be a fucking, braggy Brad about it and be like, yeah, I did that, man. Nobody likes that fucking person, right? So that's why I'm saying, self-promote and be visible, but do it smart.
Yes.
Do it humbly if you can, right?
Yeah.
So again, this is like, if you have the opportunity in internal meetings, right, to share achievements, okay, do it, but then do it for the greater good of the company.
Right.
Okay. So if you're talking about a customer and you're talking about, oh yeah, we need to brainstorm new ideas, and you're like, hey, remember when I did that e-newsletter for them and we did a campaign and they loved it and it got them these results?
Yep.
Okay. So again, you let everybody know that you did it, the customer's happy, and it got us the results.
Us.
Okay, you see,
there
us.
you go.
And that's key. So
Yes.
this is about bragging smartly.
Right.
So being like, you know what, I'm doing this for the greater good,
Right.
but let's not forget,
But-
I'm the one who fucking did it. Okay. So again, you don't want to be the one to walk around and be like, "It's me, man.
Yeah,
It was
I
me.
totally
I'm
did
the
it.
star."
If it wasn't for you guys, or if it wasn't for me, you guys wouldn't be here.
True though, right?
Come on.
So
Yeah.
again, ditch the whole humble pie bullshit.
Yep.
And brag smart.
Nice.
Okay. Number 4, be a problem solver, not a doer. Okay.
Problem doer.
Yeah, no. Be a problem solver, not a doer.
Oh, I get.
Don't just be like, oh, yeah,
don't just
I'm
be a
doing
robot.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be a robot,
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha.
Honestly, like the whole goal here is to proactively commit to the company. Okay, commit to helping everybody else's lives easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like your focus here, okay, of course, is to identify problems within the company, right, and provide ways to help overcome them. Whether it's
Right.
efficiency, whether it's something as silly as just like managing the kitchen and shit in the kitchen that obviously always everybody, we're always out of toilet paper. Oh, that sucks. Hey, I got a system. Why don't we try this? Right.
Right.
Try to solve problems.
Yeah.
I had this huge thing here. And again, I just told it to somebody today. Right. And I felt bad for her. I felt kind of rude for a little bit. So I apologize if she's listening. But, she came to me and she's like, can I talk to you? And I was like, no. Because I knew why she wanted to come talk to me.
Oh.
She had a problem.
Oh.
And I was like, no. And I didn't even say why. I was like, no, because I was busy working. She's like, oh, Okay. And she went away.
Oh, okay.
And of course I knew it was probably festering inside her. And she's like, she's going to find another opportunity. And she hit me up on Messenger, right? She's like, okay. Well, I do have this problem and here it is. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, is this really a problem?
Yes.
Like, what do you think I would say? And she's like, well, I think you'd say that. Yeah. And I'm like, why do you think I would say that? And she's like, well, it's because it does this and the customer's happy in that. And I'm like,
Then there you go.
Then there you go. You just provided a solution. I go, is there any reason why it would be bad if we did it? No. Done.
Yes.
Right? Don't bring a problem forward unless you have a solution for that problem.
Right.
Okay? Don't bring me a problem unless you're going to tell me how to solve it.
Yes.
And even if it's a shitty idea and I'm like, no, that won't work.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that at least somebody made an attempt
Right.
to come to me with something else above and beyond.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So be a problem solver, not just a task doer. Okay?
Exactly.
Huge.
Right. That's good.
Number 5. Okay. Demand feedback and act on it. Now,
Yes.
okay. The focus here, of course, is continuous improvement, not nagging. Okay. I have to be clear about this.
Yeah.
I have had people that just constantly needed to be like, oh, you're doing a good job. Hey, how did I do on that? No, don't fucking, this isn't, we're adults here.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't about being like, don't worry, good. You're doing good.
you're
You're doing
fine,
good.
you're doing
fine. No, that's not what this is, right? This is about seeking feedback in order to, improve your own performance and demonstrate your own growth.
Right.
Okay. So this isn't for a pat on the back and saying, yeah, you did good job.
Yeah.
Right.
You're in the wrong business if that's the
No, exactly. Right. This is to be like, hey, you know what? I got this out. Are there better ways for me to get this out?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, you know what? It seems like there was a miscommunication or there was a slip up or, don't throw yourself under the bus too much, but be like, how can I improve? And so this doesn't happen again. So I can avoid this. This is good because this shows that you are willing to improve, yourself, what you're doing for the greater good of the company, for the greater good of the team. Okay. This is the kind of stuff that puts you on people's radars. Okay. So again, this isn't about, getting feedback and making sure you're okay and everybody's happy, because that's really fucking annoying. Honestly, right? I got too much shit to worry about on a regular basis, right?
Exactly.
So I don't like people who are annoying about it.
Yeah.
But, if it's constructive feedback they're looking for and they want to improve their performance and demonstrate their own personal growth, shit, I will talk all day long about that, right?
Yeah,
I'm happy to have that fucking conversation.
Yep.
So again, find ways to, to ask feedback in a way that shows that, you are showing initiative and you are showing long-term commitment to the company.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So number 5, okay,
Yes.
demand feedback and act on it.
Yes.
Okay. And number 6, okay, last but not least, but probably the most important, okay, leverage your wins and turn these small victories you have into big opportunities. Okay. So again, the idea here, the focus here is to build momentum within what you're doing.
Right.
Okay. You're doing it good. You're doing good. Get better, get better,
Keep
get
going,
better,
keep going, keep
right?
going. Yeah.
The objective here is use all these minor successes as stepping stones for bigger opportunities. Right. Okay. Which means bigger opportunities lead to bigger, greater recognition.
Yep.
Okay. So 4 ways to do this. Okay. This is like a step here. This isn't just a matter of just doing it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Document all your achievements.
Oh.
Okay. And you'll see in the next episode why this is important.
Oh,
okay.
what?
But could we be doing a 2-episoder here, right? Maybe there might be a second part of this. Okay. But document your achievements, keep a record of everything that you've done, and quantify the success that you had with everything that you did. Okay. So going back to, hey, this win, remember this win, remember this win, remember this win.
Why?
I'm getting good at this now, boss. I'm able to, constantly knock out things for the customer, make them happy. Right.
Yeah.
Then you communicate these wins, okay, on a regular basis. Right. So these are in performance reviews or one-on-one meetings. There's no shame in having a performance review. You can ask for these once a year, or one-on-one meetings about your performance. Hey, that's cool. Right. But now you have actual documentation, not legal documentation. Don't get me wrong, but
it's just like a
this is shit that is just like, hey, guess what? But look, I did this. This is what happened. This is how it benefited you, right? And then what you want to do is start connecting all these wins to bigger and greater goals, okay? Because you want these to, you want this to contribute to larger initiatives, okay, within the company. You have larger company goals, right? You want to be included, not just on the day-to-day shit, but the next level up. You want to think broader, you want to help the company on a bigger whole, right?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, then you take all of this and leverage it for additional responsibilities within the company. Okay?
Oh.
Boom.
Because of this,
yes,
I could do this as well. Oh,
yes,
I like
exactly,
that.
Right? Because now,
that's awesome.
How does anybody say no to this?
Right. Yeah.
You're saying, hey, I want to take on some more, and this is why I wanted to.
I've been successful over here with this, so I think I can take this and make that a success.
Exactly.
Well. Oh, that's good.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the whole goal here, of course, is this isn't like, okay, you know what? If you want to be like, oh no, fuck them, I don't want to feed the man. Okay. Fine. Then think of it being selfish. Some people think this way still. But I mean, then think of it selfish. What this does to you is you know, how much more this does for you. We've always explained that this industry is so big on growth and constantly striving and curiosity and growing yourself, right? This is how you do it. Everything you learn here isn't going to be in vain. It's going to help you out.
This is the thing. If you're a fucking job jumper,
yes,
this is going to help you too. Or whether you want to stay at the place that you're at, both of these, this benefits both of those paths.
Exactly, dude, right?
So
absolutely,
yeah, it makes sense to do that.
Yeah. So this is 6 power moves. Power moves
without shoulder pads
to elevate your career.
Yeah.
Whether you're within the company, whether you're in an agency, or whether you're in-house, agency, right?
Yeah.
So number 1, own the space that you're in and be the expert.
Yes.
Okay. The focus there is establish your expertise. Number 2, show results, not just effects. Okay. So the focus there is to demonstrate the impact of what it is that you're doing. Right. Number 3, ditch the humble pie and brag smartly. Okay. Brag smartly. Yeah. So the whole focus here is self-promotion and visibility within the company. Yeah. Number 4, be a problem solver, not just a task doer, okay? So you want to proactively commit to the company, okay? Number 5, demand feedback and act on it, okay? And this feedback isn't selfish, okay? This isn't a pat on the back. The focus here is for continuous improvement, okay? And last but not least, leverage your wins and turn all your small victories into big promotions. And the idea here is the focus is to build momentum.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So again, take these steps, right? And then take all these steps and work towards them. And this is going to then put you in a perfect position for a promotion, to ask for a promotion. You know, this is what you need to take that next step in your career as a graphic designer. And if the company that you are with, okay, says no, or no, I'm sorry, the time's not right, or no, I'm not interested. Yeah. Think of how much of a powerful story you have to now look for a job elsewhere.
Something else.
You can now go to another company. And everything that we talked about here, okay, is fueled for you to get a better job somewhere else if you're not appreciated, right? Because you've documented this shit. You showed that you're committed. Exactly.
Yes.
You showed you're committed, not just by saying, oh, I came in and worked all day long and I worked really hard. No, it's like, fuck, I started initiatives that got customers results. I started new things inside the company. Not only that, I solved some problems and helped streamline their fucking toilet paper problem. Bad example. Example.
I see what you're going with.
and you know, I had 4, 5, 6, successful, whatever projects, campaigns, whatever. Yeah. Okay. You can take that's gold. Yeah. Right. That's so if that doesn't work in the company that you're with, man, it'll mean a lot in that next interview that is just looking for a rock star like this.
That's awesome. So you quantify some of what your goals are, your wins, and your what you've done.
Absolutely.
To leverage that against a race. Yeah, that's very cool.
I think this is what people need to think about.
I have my list right here of
Oh shit. What did I do?
I wanted to make my ask for a raise public here.
Yeah, but I think on your list was I've sat in this chair for a long time.
That's right.
Everybody likes me. I tell good jokes.
Hey, wait, this is about
I got your
me.
list, buddy. I got your list. This is me warning you, buddy. Don't think about it.
That's right. I probably won't be here next week, guys. So. Oh, that's awesome. These are great.
You know what? I think for a lot of people, they need a reality check.
This is true. I like your entitlement versus earning it. Yeah, and I think that is a huge thing in our space. I don't know why. Yeah. Like what the stuff that you've told me with Reddit, like people are like, I refuse to proof stuff. Like
I wasn't hired to copyright. Are you fucking kidding me?
That would never ever enter in our minds.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
no, this is a product. You're working for the clients.
Yes, exactly.
This is not about you.
Exactly.
This is the kind of stuff that just gives me, makes my heart skip
you know
a beat.
What's funny? I actually promoted somebody internally because she was very good at proofing stuff. And it was like, we need better quality control.
Yep.
Do you want to take on this responsibility?
Again, there's the role, the open role that we could improve inside of.
Exactly.
And put a person in here who's
sadly, she
got
should have came
skills.
to me about that. I saw her skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't taking advantage of anybody, right? I was like, I have a problem. And this girl is a rock star, and she could solve this problem.
But this is,
if she would have came to me, with the same problem, and end result, right? I didn't take advantage of her. She's lucky in this situation that I was like, probably did nicer to her than somebody else could have if she would have asked.
But this is the kind of thing, and maybe this is a footnote to this. It's like the backdoor promotions. Do you know what I mean? Is where you're good at your job, you do what you do, and all of a sudden, hey, you know what? You're smart enough to realize that there's a spot here that I need to, and this employee, they may not know that skill that they have, right?
Exactly.
But they've been put into this role, and now if it's the same person you're talking about, I think. She's fucking kicking ass
for this, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that's the reality, right? It's like you need to demonstrate your abilities and your commitment, because that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
These are a little bit more proactive.
Yes.
But that's why these are called power moves to elevate your career.
You gotta put an echo on that. Power moves.
So I figured, just as a teaser, our next episode, which will be a continuation of this one, will be the ask. Okay. Now taking it to the next. How you bring this forward. So you guys remember this shit. We'll maybe have some fun talk about the other one, but at the same time, I think we're going to go into a little bit more detail because I don't want anybody to be too bored and listen to us. Again, we want to be respectful of everybody's time, right? We don't want to be here too long.
Come on.
Who gets bored? Who gets bored? Not with us. We don't give you a chance.
We'll give you a chance. That's right.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I hope you guys got some stuff out of this. Sometimes it's a little bit of tough love, but the reality is, you know what? If you want to know what we're looking for on this side of the table, and it doesn't matter if you're in an agency, it doesn't matter if you're an in-house designer for a larger company. All this shit applies to all of you.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're right. Even as a freelancer,
this would be gold because I have this information here that I've helped this company.
Yep.
Who's not going to? These people that are on the other side of the table are numbers nerds. They're going to love this.
You can take all this shit back to even customers and be like, Mr. Customer, it's time we renegotiate because I'm getting you better results.
Yes,
I'm getting your customers' results. I'm getting you more. Boom. This works both.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
huge.
Cool.
All right. I can't wait for part 2.
I know. I hope so too, right? Let us know what you think. By all means, share your ideas. Share anything else that you want to add. If you got some power moves on your own, please share them. And again, share them on our Instagram because again, that seems to be the biggest spot where we communicate with everybody. And don't be scared to reach us out even on DM because we've had a lot of good DMs. Yeah. And we're going to share some more stuff on the next episode. We've got a little surprise. Maybe a winner of something or another. But we'll kind of lead to that a little bit later. Cool?
Yes.
All right, everybody.
Oh.
My name is Massimo.
My name is Sean.
Stay creative.
And stay angry.
And use those power moves. Peace.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign. A sign. I want wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions,